In this video, I'm going to be taking you on a journey to Idanre Hills, one of the major tourist destinations in Ondo State, southwest of Nigeria. Idanre Hills was added to the UNESCO World Heritage Tentative List in 2007, but interestingly, many people in Nigeria do not know about this amazing destination, which is only 45 minutes away from Akure, the state capital. The first thing you'd notice on the drive to Idanre is the beautiful landscape of Ondo State. Idanre, which is also referred to as Oke-Idanre, is proof of the existence of an ancient civilization in Africa. Back in the days, the people of Idanre lived on these hills, and today, they still go up the hills to perform their traditional festivals. Upon arrival, we meet a group of women on their way to the river on top of the hill. The river is believed to have supernatural powers. It's called the Akure River. You can visit the river when you come to Idanre.
Than 82. The major one is 660. Then when you finish it, you walk a little bit before you climb another 22.
Okay.
So the 22 lead us somewhere. Okay. This is the tourist chalet.
Okay. So that's where we're going now?
Yes.
Okay. When you arrive at Idanre, there is a gate fee of 1,000 naira, and that's less than $3. These stairs were created in 1954 to help tourists access the hilltop. There are 682 steps and you have to climb them to get to the peak. There are 5 resting places where you can catch your breath along the way because this climb will test your endurance. Look at this view from the second resting place. It appears that the higher we go, the better the view. There's something about the hills that command respect, the sheer awe and stunning majesty of them. They fill you with this sense of reverence and wonder, and you're left with this feeling that something happened here, a powerful, transcendental event, and something did happen. Because I did some research and I discovered some interesting facts about these hills. What happened here, for starters, it's called the Pan-African orogeny in geology, and it happened over 500 million years ago, when volcanic processes below the ground caused molten magma to erupt to the surface, and the erupting magma then solidified and formed the hills. So if you look closely, you'd see the flow channels made by the erupting magma. When we get to the top, you have a better view of the hills.
When you finish this step, you will walk a little bit and climb another 22. Right. I'll give you the map. Where you us. Top one.
Woo.
Wow.
Hey. All right, GD Jacobs here. We're here at Idanre Hills live, and it's an awesome view. Getting up here is about 660 steps, right? 682 steps to get up here. And the view from the top is amazing, amazing, amazing. So we're about to take some drone shots. We're live here in Ondo State, Idanre Hills, and it's all about tourism. It's all about promoting the tourism potential of this state. So we're now at the top of the hill, and over there is the tourist chalet. It was built in 1976. The top of the hills where we're now standing is 50 kilometers in radius. It's home to the ancient community of Idanre. So the people of Idanre lived up here for 800 years before descending to the bottom in 1928. You can still see their homes below. Look at those hills, they're quite imposing. At 3,000 feet above sea level, they're also called Precambrian igneous batholiths because of how old they are and how they were formed. We're now going into the ancient community where you will see the first primary school built by the British colonialists. We're also going to see the customary court, the prison, the mausoleum where the late kings of Idanre were buried, and the Arun River. Do you remember the group of women we saw on our way up? We met them again. They're coming from the river. This is an ancient footpath. Certainly, the people of Idanre walked on this same footpath over 800 years ago while they were living up here. This structure is the first primary school in Idanre. It was built in 1896 by the colonial masters and is still standing today. According to our tour guide, this place used to be an evil forest, and when the colonialists came at first, the people of Idanre were not receptive to the new religion and the new type of education. So they were given this place thinking that it wasn't going to be profitable for them. But then, of course, the school is still standing today. Finally, we're here at the ancient city center. It's also called Odeja. You can see the customary court built in 1906, which is the building on the left. The one on the right is the prison. If you were found guilty for a crime, in those days you'd be tried in that court and you'd be sentenced to prison there, in that building over there. That's the mausoleum where the past kings of Idanre were buried. According to our tour guide, Idanre was founded by Olofin, the younger brother of Oduduwa. Olofin brought his people here to keep them safe from the wars of that time. And it's not surprising why Olofin would choose this place to hide his people. You can see how the hills form a hedge of protection around the city, which is also on a hill. Looking at the landscape, that's very apparent.
They are all mud. They are mud. But before there was
This stone weighs 40 kg and it's the ultimate test of manhood for young men who wanted to get married in Idanre. They would be asked to lift the stone to their chest, and if they succeeded, it meant that they were now ready for marriage. Finally, this is the Arun River, where the women we saw earlier came for some of their cultural rites. This river emanates from the rocks and is crystal clear drinking water. The people of Idanre, when they were living up here, this was their source of water, and it still serves a cultural and spiritual purpose today. Watch out for the cactus plants. You'd notice that people sign their names on them, and if you like, you can sign your name as well as a way of saying that you were here. There's still a whole lot more to see in Idanre. The ancient city on the hill is 50 kilometers in radius and cannot be covered in one visit. We did not get to see the ancient palace, the giant footprints of Abogun, the unreadable letters, and the Ark of Noah. Hopefully, we'll bring you more footage from Idanre on our next visit. But until then, stay curious.